Let's now uncomment section 7 and see what's to be developed. Okay, choose the section here and then control /. Okay, now you can see that we have E2 over here, and E2 was declared as of type entry. You can see E2 is over here. It was declared in line 50 as entry. And now we are trying to say E2.setName. And this, because this method call here stands alone, that means it should be a mutator call, which means we don't expect anything to be returned from setName, or it returns void. And similarly, we also have E2.setBirthday to be also returning void. That's also a mutator call. So we have two mutators to define for this section 7. Let's try to understand what this is doing. If you try to look in the previous section for E2 over here, you can see E2 has this initial object over here with name B and also birthday February 12th. Okay, so we are changing from B, the name, into name A over here. And also, it used to be initialized as of the birthday February 12th. Now we're going to change that to January 11th. And after that, we're going to print out toString for the entry, for the three entries here, E1, E2, E3. It has been defined properly already in the previous section. And then we want to show that you can see over here, these two lines are identical to these two lines over here from the previous section. So in the previous section over here, E1 and E2, they are actually, let's see over here. Let's just remind ourselves. E1 is A with BD01. BD01 is over here, January 11th. Okay, over here. So let's see over here. We have section 4 for section 6 over here. So we have E1, which is A, and then January the 11th. E1 equals E2 used to be true, and then E1 equals E3 used to be, oh, I beg your pardon. So E1 equals E2 will be, so you can see E1 is over here, and E2 is over here. So E1 equals E2 used to be false. And then E1 equals E3 used to be true. Okay, E1 equals E3 used to be true because they have the same name, the same birthday. So now what we try to do is we want to change E2 such that E1 equals E2 will be true. And then E1 equals E3 over here will be of true as well. So we got true, true, and true. Okay, that's why we E1 equals E3 to be true as well. So we got true and true. Let's see the expected output over here. Okay, as you can see over here from line number for section 7, we got true and true. After we change the name and birthday of E2 to be A and January the 11th. Okay, that's what we're doing. Of course, the equals method and also the toString method have been defined properly from the previous section. All we got to do is to define these two. Okay, just mutator. Okay, so let's go to the birthday, the entry class over here, and we want to define mutators for the name and the birthday. So now I got two ways to do it. Either you can just do, okay, I'll do one. Okay, I'll show you both. You can either, let's say for name, we can say void setName, and then we can say string name. Over here, we can say this.name is assigned to name. We can just type it out manually. And then if you go back there, you will see that now this line here now compiles. So what's left is the setBirthday. I'll show you how you can do this method in another way, which is to generate automatically from Eclipse. So we can go to entry here, and we can select the attributes for which we want to generate a mutator. Right click, and then go to source, and then go to generate getters and setters. What we really want to generate, expand birthday here, is setBirthday. Okay, and now let's say we want to put it after the setName, after the setName over here, and say OK. Okay, you can see we can either type manually or you can just generate from Eclipse. Either way works. Okay, make sure you save it. So now if we go back, it's set birthday over here, right? Let me just put it here. But you can always adjust the order if you like. Okay, set birthday here. And let's see what this one. However, you can see that this one over here that we just generated is actually a different signature. That actually might be a good thing to actually notice. When you generate from Eclipse, let me just go back there. When you generate from Eclipse, by default, if you choose this attribute here and you say you want to generate a setter, in that case, it's going to choose the parameter type just the same as the attributes. So that's why you get birthday as the parameter type here. However, if you go back to the tester over here, the parameter there is not just a single birthday object. It's actually two integers, the month and the day. Okay, but we can still do it. I'll show you how you can do it. So let's say we still have this that's generated by Eclipse for us, but we're just going to define another one. Public void set birthday and then integer month, integer day. Over here, we don't really have to say, for example, this dot birthday dot set. Actually, we don't have the setters over there for our birthday class. We can define that, but I will show you a better way of doing it because we can just reuse what we have defined already. You can just say this dot set birthday over here, and then over here we just need a birthday object, right? Why don't we just create one? You can say birthday here is new birthday month and day. Create a new birthday object over here, and then you pass the birthday here. Okay, that will also do. Okay, let's go back here, and now it compiles. Okay, of course, alternatively, I'll leave this as an exercise for you. Alternatively, what you could have done is, if you don't want to call this particular method here, which will take a birthday objects, what you could have done is you can define in the birthday class, you can try to generate the two mutated methods, setMonth and setDay, in the birthday class. And then you can, over here, you can try to say this birthday.setMonth to be month, and this birthday.setDay to be day. That's also fine. Okay. Now let's go back here and then execute the code. You'll see that it's now true and true. Okay, let's now automate this in the Eclipse before we end this particular section. Okay, let's copy that, and that'll be test 07. And test public void test 07, and then paste it. So now we just make sure we got E1, E2, and E3, right? So now let's copy them over here and then paste them over here. So now you can see even more explicitly how they can be compared. Okay, so birthday BD01 over here. Okay, so now we just want to make sure we change this to be assert equals. Let me do that. Turn each print line statement into assert equals or assert true to assertion. Again, the key difference between console application for testing versus JUnit test cases for testing is, in console application, it is not automated. You have to run all the tests every time just manually and then compare the expected output and the actual output on the console. This is really tedious. But on JUnits, you don't have to. Once you define the assertions, you can just execute it automatically every time. So now E1 would be, after this, should be A was born on January 11th. Okay, that's what we have. And then you can see that for E2 used to be B was born on February 12th, but we set the E2 to be A and then January the 1st, right? So it would be basically almost identical to the toString output for E1. Almost the same. Okay, basically it will be the same, not almost the same. It will just be the same because name will be the same and the birthday will be the same as well. And for entry 3, it will be, again, just identical. So over here, we can say this and that. Okay, so now we want to make sure E1 dot equals E2 will give us true. Okay, let's say assert true. And also E1 and E3, they're also equal because they have the same name and also the same birthday. E1 is equal to E2, E1 is equal to E3, so they're all equal. Okay, let's test the JUnits. Okay, so far we have accumulated eight test cases and all of them pass.